Can you see me now?
Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, and I'm trying to do something a little bit different. Kind of give a little different perspective on the daily grind out here. I've been thinking about this for about a week or so, but frankly, I have been extremely busy. I have not had time to give it much thought of how I wanted to do it. Last night I thought I had it figured out in my head how I wanted to do it. And I thought, okay, I'm going to start this tomorrow morning. Well, I got up this morning and I had a better idea. I'm going to go and show the shop every workday. I'm going to show, you can see how it looks in here, right? It's a wreck. Let's face it, I work in here. I ain't got time to stop and clean every day. I'll have to answer that in a minute. What I'm going to do, okay, Monday is the start of my work week. Saturday and Sunday are my own. I try to focus on my own vehicles on the weekends. So, the work week is Monday through Friday. I'm going to come in here and work all day Monday. Tuesday morning, I'm going to show, like right now, it's Tuesday morning, I'm going to show where we're at for the day. Then I'm going to come in Wednesday morning and I'm going to show where we're at for the day. Give you an idea of what happened the day before. Saturday morning, before I start on my own vehicles, I'm going to do Friday morning. And see if you guys like that way of videoing. On top of the normal content. I'm not changing that, don't worry about that. But yesterday, I finished up a bunch of smalls for Pandora. I got a little bit of spot putty on the wiper cowl that I got to sand. And then I'm going to get in there and do a little bit of priming and painting and cleaning, you know, that kind of thing. But that'll be tomorrow's video. I got, I think 5 jobs come in yesterday. 5 jobs approved to come in, I should say. 1 just came in, you can see it right here on my backside. I went home kind of stressed last night. I told Tanya, I said, why don't you get a hold of Caden? One of our 2 oldest grandkids. I said, see if he wants to come in and give me a hand sanding. And that would be kind of different because, you know, he's never wanted to hang out. But she didn't do it. She said, well, I'll come in and help. Okay, that's perfect. I would much rather her help me. So, yeah, I'm going to have some help, not every day. She's got her things to do too, so, you know, and tomorrow makes the 1-year anniversary of her mom passing away, so she won't be here tomorrow. It'll be Thursday. We was planning on Wednesday her coming in and doing some sanding and stuff, but yeah, I totally understand. Tomorrow's gonna be a rough day for her. It's been a rough couple of weeks now because she can tell it's getting closer. Yeah. All right, well, I am going to go ahead and get that cowl panel sanded today. I'm going to go in the booth and start prepping those parts for primer and paint. The car will come, but I got to get all the smalls ready. And then I'm going to come out here and I'm going to clean up this area. I want to get that Silverado up on the hoist. It's morning, guys. I'm stiff. I want to get that Silverado up on the hoist and get started on it. And then after the primer's cured out enough, I'm going to go in there and make sure it's ready. But I want to get some of the actual paint started. Oh, Miss Ornery really missed me last night, didn't you? And I'm going to go back and forth. It's going to be fun keeping my hours straight, but I'll get it. I'll get it. I'm going to video working on this. I'm going to video working on that. And then at the end of the day, I have got to get busy on the blue mule. Dagnabbit, I've only got, I don't know, 50-something days left to have that stuff done. As soon as I get some money rolling in here, I'm going to order my intake pieces so I can have my filter. I was just going to say to heck with it and throw the filter back on it and run it. And I might still end up doing that. It's not dire because it worked for the last 3 years, but I do not like my filter element rubbing against my radiator. I don't want to get in that truck and start heading to Tennessee and that thing rub a hole in my radiator and leave me stranded along the side of the road. I don't want that. The whole thing with me tearing that thing apart was to make it to where I felt safe getting on the road and going. I am going to continue with that. I've got a few shows localish that I want to hit with it to test little things as I go. But the big show is going to be in Tennessee. And I want to see, guys, I've got 4,600 subscribers to my channel. I started the Fun Run Cruisers Club so we can all get together if possible and just have a great time. I know a lot of you can't because of the distance or, family things. I totally understand that. But I would love to see our first year cruise in off the charts, guys. September 14th, I'll be down there on the 13th. I would like to see as many of your guys' cars and family members as possible. Let's just cruise the dragon, not hot rodding, just get into cars and trucks and just cruise the mountain. Stop off at different points and make it a good, fun time. fun run. There's no club fees. There's no dues. It's everybody getting together, spending time, and trying to make everybody else's lives enjoyable, including our own. That's my goal. You know, we only have so many days on this earth. And if all you do is work to pay bills or do this or do that, you gotta have time to yourself. I have not had a vacation in over 6 years, and by George, it's about time I start enjoying life. Not saying I'm taking away from customer stuff, because I still got to get that done. But I am going to try my hardest to actually enjoy life. All right. Well, this is the first video of the week for this style. I hope at the end of the week you guys let me know how you like this. If you do, I'll continue doing it. If you don't, I won't. See you tomorrow. Look what the Lord's gave me, guys. It's a beautiful day. It's Wednesday morning, and day 3 of the week, work week. And it has been an extremely, extremely busy week. I think I had 30 people stopped in here yesterday, between stopping in and phone calls and texts. I didn't quite get as far as I was hoping I would yesterday, but that's okay. I would rather take a little more time on the paint and make sure it's right than to rush, get it done, and then have to redo it. So, yeah. As you can see, some things have changed around in here a little bit. I got all the primer. That sun's bright. There we go. I got all the primer done yesterday morning. I brought the hood and the trunk lid back out here so I wouldn't get overspray all over them. I got the black spray. World of difference between the two paints. The Shopline black was like water. If you remember right in the previous videos, it was so thin. It took me, I think, 5 coats to get it to cover. And it's black. Guys, black covers good. So we switched it up. We went to Limco, what I like spraying to begin with. And it's just as thick as any other paint. So it covered real good. I got 3 coats on what I've sprayed, which I'm not showing that right now. You'll see that in a regular video. I did not get time to work on the Blue Mule yesterday. I was here until 6:30 last night, and then I had to go home, and it was a busy night. But I did get the area over here cleaned up, and got the Silverado up on the hoist so I could inspect what damage there is. And it's going to be fun, but it's not going to be too extremely intense. That's about as far as I got on that. And then I went in there and cleaned up my paint, my gun, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh, they came yesterday and poured my concrete where they had to cut it up to do my gas lines this winter. So that's cool. Best looking concrete in the whole property. They did a good job. It looks real nice. Today I plan on, I gotta go in here and tape where the black and the blue goes. I gotta put a tape line there, and since I didn't get to shoot the blue yesterday, I take a little Scotch-Brite, red Scotch pad, and go over the primer just to give it an edge. You know, I want it to stick. Clean that up again and get the jam sprayed on it. And then we'll see where we go. I've got a lot of things rolling through my noggin. I know, it's a big empty space, there's plenty of room for it, but there's a lot of stuff in there right now. I got a lot going on. Today, I want to get that blue done. Today is a different day for my wife. She won't be in today. It's 1 year today since her mom passed away. So it's, yeah. Tanya will be in tomorrow. She's gonna start helping me sand. I gotta get this stuff done. I got a big workload. And it's either I gotta figure out where to get the money to pay somebody to help me, because the money's not there right yet, or she can come in and help me, or I just work double the hours. Either way, either of the three ways, it's going to get done. If I have to go back to working 20 hours a day in here, I've done it in the past. Yeah, I'm a little older now, but it can still be done. So today, I'm going to get the cab mount situated. I'd love to have it done today. We'll see how that goes. But after that's done, I'll let it down and get those holes plugged in the bed where they had the little self-tappers. Get that cleaned up. And then tomorrow she's going to come in. I'm going to put her sanding the inside of the bed of that. And let her do that. I plan on getting over here. I want to get some more stuff done on the smalls and this. I still got quite a bit of sanding on this. I thought I was about done, but I was sitting there yesterday and I noticed I didn't get this section right here where I had to put that spot putty. I got to sand across the back. I got to finish the dash. And I noticed a couple other small areas that needed finished out. No big deal. I got to check it all over anyways before I paint. But yeah, all right, that's going to be your morning update. It's April 16th. I hope everybody got their taxes taken care of. If not, I hope you filed an extension. Me, I had to file an extension again. Great. All right, guys, I'm gonna get busy, but that's your morning update for day 2 of the week. Good morning, guys. It is Thursday morning. Yesterday was a long day again. Yeah. You know, like Randy always says, You got 1,440 days of every day. Well, let me tell you a little story. I got a Biscayne in here that my customer named Pandora. Well, Pandora stole over 1,000 of those 1,440 minutes. I'm over the name Pandora. Oh, that thing fought me yesterday. I decided I'm going to change the name of Pandora. The new name is April. The storm has passed. From here on out, that car is going to go together like it should and get it done. If you watched my live on YouTube yesterday, actually I had 2 lives, you'll see I had some paint issues. I ended up sanding it all the way back down to primer and started over. I sprayed it the second time. It looked good. I went over, taped off the other parts and sprayed the blue on them. That looked good. Awesome. Looked at my watch, or the clock on my phone, I should say, because I don't wear a watch. And it said 6:30 p.m. I'm not getting into clear that late at night. So, called my paint rep. He said, yeah, you'll be fine. Just spray it tomorrow morning. So, awesome. I went home. I looked down at the hood and there was some dust nibs down in there. Crap. Looked at the deck lid and there was some dust nibs in there. Well, I can't put clear over that because that ain't right. So I scuffed them back out again. Mixed up the black again. And put one final coat on them. Now this time, they turned out absolutely wonderful. Awesome, I'm going home. I went home. Well, I got that little short bed step side up on my hoist that I was supposed to start 2 days ago. But when you're in the middle of painting, you have time frames that you have to adhere to. Well, with all the issues I've been having with the paint this time, I had to stay on that. No ifs, ands, or buts. So that truck's being held off. No big deal. He's not in a rush for it. I would like to get the pay in here though, but it'll come. This morning, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna wet the paint booth floor down real good, and I'm gonna get some clear shot and finish the video for yesterday. Yeah, that'll work. Once I get that done, then I'll get on to probably doing that cab support on that truck. But I gotta focus on one thing at a time. I've got so much going on. My mind is always going nuts. I've got so many things rolling through my head that I need to get done. I should get done. I want to get done. I need to focus on one thing at a time. That's how I do my vehicles. I'll start one section and I'll work on it. until I'm satisfied it's far enough. And then I'll go to the next section, and then the next section. I need to get my brain in order, which it has not been working fantastic this week. Got a lot on my melon, and yeah, it stops here. Again today we have 1,440 minutes, which I've already slept 20 of it. That's about all the sleep I got last night. Alright, let's get this day going and pray the Lord brings a better day today. Nothing to it but to do it, so let's get after it. Let's kick the negativity out the door. All right, here we go. Not too shabby. As it dried out, I got a little bit of orange peel on the very face of it, and ever so slight in a couple areas. But oh my goodness, I'm happy with that. Smooth. So as you can see, yesterday turned out to be a lot better day. Yeah. Got all this stuff cleaned up, you know, tack cloth and all that, ready to go. I said my prayer and started laying that clear down. Now the hood and deck lid, I've got 4 coats of glassering. Oh my goodness, that stuff laid out nice. Now I'll cut that to probably 1,500 at first, then I'll go to 3,000 and hit it with a buffer. But first, I've got some other jobs I gotta get done. I gotta get 2 vehicles done ASAP. So this stuff can just sit in here. It can just sit here and relax and cure out. But yeah, look at that Viper blue. That is beautiful. In one light it looks purple, one light it looks blue. See, now I'll get the body of the car done like this, and then I can bolt all this stuff on. I'll tape the hood and the deck lid off. I'll tape from here up off. All this is getting repainted. I just didn't want a tape line when I do this. So when I go to tape it, I'll put my tape on the back side of this. It'll be sticking up, and then I'll tape across it. And like that, yeah. And Ornery is trying to get in this booth. I haven't let her in here since I started doing this stuff. So she's like, hey, where you at? I gotta be at your side. But yeah, you can't come in, Ornery. I got a little fake blazer in. It's got some gnarly rust around the frame areas, guys. That one's gonna be a fun one and a rush one.
Alright, cool, guys. I don't know where to put it. I think I'm just gonna leave it right here.
My boy BRG is live this morning. I started on this a little bit yesterday. You'll see that video, I don't know, Monday maybe.
But they took, somebody apparently wanted to fix the truck, and they took this plate, and it was setting like that right there on top of this. And then they had this busted up, rusted mount right there. And then this busted up, rusted mount was stuffed down through, and then it was bolted to the cab. This was on top of that. So every bump he hit, it was like that. Every bump he hit, it went like this. The back of the cab was not even bolted down, but they made it look like it. The front side, let me find my piece. There's supposed to be a rubber in there, guys. The front side, this was on top, just sitting there. There was no bolt, no rubber, no nothing. Yeah. Guys, that could have been deadly. If you're going to do this kind of work, make sure you do it right, because people's safety is at hand here. I don't think I could live knowing I skimped on something and ended up getting somebody hurt. Guys, if you're going to do this stuff, make sure you do it right. I made some new plates. I'm going to fix the frame mounts and then bolt it together like it's supposed to be. The front bolt wasn't even there. There. It wasn't even in there, so I went and bought a new bolt for it. This thing will be bolted down and secured for him, and I know he'll be safe. See where the cab mount is, or the cab to the bed is. When it come in, I thought it looked funny because the bottom of the cab was about that much lower. I thought, well, there's no mount in the front. Maybe it's just squishing the rear rubber. Nope, that's not what it was. But it'll be good when I'm done here. All right, well, there is your update. It is Friday morning. Let's see, I got that side jacked up a little higher, so it's down just a hair. It is Friday morning, and there is your update for Thursday. Tomorrow morning, I'll do an update for Friday and see where we're at. Good Saturday morning, everybody. It's a rainy Saturday morning. Oh, here comes Ornery. She heard my voice. Well, yesterday, I did all the fab on this. Fixed both the cab supports on the driver's side, on the frame, and then I put new body rubbers in, new bolts, washers. Nah, buddy. And then I come back here and plugged all the holes from the cover that used to be on here. The only thing I've got left to do is see if I can get a couple of those dents out on the floor. And Monday, Tanya's coming in. She's going to do all the sanding on it and get it ready while I do the Trailblazer or whatever that thing is. And yeah, hi, Bob. Yeah, it was a good day yesterday. Got a lot of work done, and I felt refreshed. Sometimes you just got to do something different, you know? I know, Ornery, come on. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you just got to do something different to change your whole feel. And I just wanted to point one thing out. This truck right here has the exact same chassis as this truck right here. They are both step sides. Even though this one's kind of a fake step side because it's plastic, I don't think I'd want to step on it for fear of breaking. All right, come here. She's like this every morning, wanting me to carry her around to open the shop up. I ain't even made it that way yet. Yeah, it's a good day. I'm gonna focus on the Blue Mule today. Weird cat. I'm gonna focus on the Blue Mule today. I got some interesting stuff I gotta get done to it. But tomorrow's Easter Sunday. I got dinner at 2 o'clock. I'm gonna come in the morning and I'm gonna move some stuff around and get this thing off the hoist and out of the way, get that put on the hoist and get it ready for Monday. Because Monday I gotta get, oh yeah, that one's gonna be a very entailed list of things to get done on that. My parts did not come in for it yesterday, so I'm gonna see what I can do without them parts and go from there. But I think it was overall a productive week. Yeah, I had a couple struggle bus days. Felt like I was on the short bus a couple of the days, but it all worked out. All right, I'm gonna put you down, okay? You gotta let go. No, you gotta let go, bud. Here. All right. Let's see if we can't recap the week. I've been asleep, so I can't remember everything. Oh yeah, I remember where I were. At the beginning of the week, I finished sanding these parts, and by the end of the week, they were painted. Perfect. It's been sitting a couple days. A couple dust nibs have settled in it. A little bit of orange peel on the vertical, but the tops, other than a little bit of dust that has settled in it, looks fantastic. And I've had 2 people tell me that they still see a fisheye in it. Yeah, I don't see a fisheye. I see a dust nib. I do see a run, however, but that's okay. It's getting cut and buffed, so yeah. I think it looks fantastic. I don't know what they're seeing. I do not see any fisheyes. And to be honest, if you can't even subscribe to my channel, how can you come back and tell me what I'm doing right or wrong? That don't make sense to me. If you can't support the channel, why? Right, guys? All right. Well, this is a different video, and Hope you like it. If you do, let me know in the comments. Not an email, in comments. Oh man, that blue is fantastic. I love it. This blue is the blue that I used on the Suburban a couple years ago. It is 2005 Viper Blue. It's got metallic, 2 different types of metallic and pearl in it. It's gorgeous. And then once you get it out in the sun, oh my goodness, it pops like you wouldn't believe. But, oh, I gotta turn my light on since the other switch is now gone. I love being able to look out the door here. You could never do that before. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you like this kind of a overview type video to end the week. If so, I'll do it again next week. All right, guys, till the next one, have a blessed evening.